Now the same thing that happens when talking about a representational painting in terms of modeling shadows and reflection is true in an abstract painting also, because the laws of vision don't correspond to the differences that we make between different styles of painting. So if I put something that looks like a shadow here, it will float that in space. It will float that in space. Now, in order to make that convincing as a shadow, it has to look like it's just a darker version of the base color, the surface that the shadow is on. And just as in the charcoal drawing, the closer you bring the shadow to the shape that's casting the shadow, the more grounded that shape becomes. If, and an artist like Hans Hofmann uses this all the time, if the area that is acting as a shadow is a different color than the background color, whether it be subtle like that or bolder, has the same effect, except it's a more ambiguous effect. If you saw this as a shadow of the darker color above, then that would place the darker color above on the surface, which has not been defined except by shadow. If it's a reflection, then the color of the reflection is a combination of the color of the object that is being reflected and the color of the surface that the reflection is on. So that has a different effect. And just as in the drawing, if I make the reflection rougher, the quality of reflection is still there, but the quality of the surface that the reflection is on has changed. Now that would work better if I had a darker red. Let me see if I can find one. Yeah, here's one. So an awful lot of the so-called push and pull effects have to do with the relationships of shapes to each other in space. What cast shadows do is they help to define the space. Another way of defining space, and it's less ambiguous than what I'm showing you in shadows, is if I get a different color. I'll show you another little trick here. There we go. I do this all the time. To make a clear edge. Of course, the quality of the edge is important. I'm working on top of wet paint here, so this gets kind of sticky. So what I have there, not exactly convincing because this paint is of two different colors here and it doesn't look solid at the edge. Let me try a different way of using this paper to this. There. So there's a sense of the blue being overlapped by that multicolored shape in front of it, and that's another little bit of the creation of space, which is what I was taught abstract painting is all about.